Contemporary issues shaping tourism deepens this learning by exploring the global challenges and sustainable practices that influencing the tourism industry, especially in Southeast Asia. I am Mr. Kebiab, together with Miss Hinal, Soriano, Fumera, and Toboso, will share knowledge for us.
Let's proceed to the Unit 1. By the way, I am Angelica Fumera and we will explore how tourism, one of the world's largest industries, is deeply intertwined with the global challenges like climate change, inequality, health crisis, and technological change. Imagine walking through the beautiful streets of Venice, only to find it flooded with tourists, making it hard to enjoy the culture and the beauty. So, this story isn't just a fiction, it's a reality facing many destinations because of over tourism. Have you ever thought about the impact of your travel make? Tourism is like a bridge connecting cultures and economies worldwide. It creates millions of jobs and promotes economic growth. But if not carefully managed, the bridge can weaken, leading to the overcrowding, environmental damage, and inequality. Tourism relates closely to some important sustainable development goals. It supports decent work and economic growth, which is the SDG 8, promotes sustainable cities and communities. It requires urgent climate actions and must help reduce the inequalities by sharing benefit equally. Next time you plan a trip, ask yourself, how can I be a responsible traveler? How can I help preserve the places I love? Let's all commit to making tourism a force for good, for people, and for our planet.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Geraldine Hina. So moving forward, tourism is viewed as a driver for peace, cultural exchange, and economic growth. And it is also one of the first sector to suffer during war and political instability. Conflicts bring destruction to infrastructure, dissuade potential travelers, and tarnish a country's reputation. Take the example of Syria. During the civil war, the country's inbound tourism fell from 8 million arrivals in 2010 to less than 1 million by 2015. So tourism can also rebuild and heal. In post-conflict areas, it creates jobs, restores pride, and promotes dialogue among communities. Rwanda, with memorial and ecotourism, transformed tragedy into reconciliation, while Colombia used peace tourism to strengthen local livelihoods after decades of conflicts. So this guided by the UN Sustainable Good Development Goals, especially in SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. Next is SDG 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions, and SDG 17, partnerships for the goals, showing how sustainable tourism can rebuild society from within. So the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism reminds us that responsible travel should uphold respect, human dignity, and understanding of cultures. When travel is ethical and sustainable, it becomes a soft power for peace and the way to transform the wounds of conflict into a demonstration of resilience.
Next topic will be Unit 3, Climate Change and Tourism. So climate change is one of the most critical global issues that shaping tourism today. Rising sea levels, stronger typhoons, and extreme heat threaten many travel destinations, especially our islands and coastal communities here in the Philippines. Ironically, tourism itself also contributes to the climate change through air travel, cruise ships, and energy used in hotels and resorts. That's why the concept of climate-smart tourism is important. It promotes renewable energy, sustainable transport, and eco-friendly operations, how to reduce tourism's carbon footprint. This directly supports UN Sustainable Development Goal 13, Climate Action, and follows the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism, which reminds us to protect our environment for future generations. As future tourism professionals, we must lead with responsibility and innovation, turning tourism into a force of sustainability, not destruction.
So let's proceed to the Unit 4. Let's emphasize the relationship between biodiversity and ecotourism. Biodiversity, including forests, coral reefs, and wildlife, forms the foundation of tourism attractions. However, irresponsible tourism often leads to pollution, habitat loss, and resource depletion. In the Philippines, the closure of Boracay in 2018 highlighted how unsustainable tourism can damage national ecosystems. On the other hand, ecotourism presents a sustainable alternative. It is focused on conservation, community empowerment, and environment education. For example, the Masini J Reserve in Rizal combine conservations with guided nature experience, while Misol Eco Resort in Indonesia use tourism revenue to protect marine biodiversity. and provided livelihoods for local residents. They support SDG 15 Life on Land and SDG 11 Sustainable Cities and Communities and reflects Article 3 and 5 of GSETs, which emphasize protecting the environment and ensuring that tourism benefits host communities. Therefore, biodiversity and ecotourism highlight the importance of balancing economic growth with environmental sustainability.
The four units reveal how tourism connects deeply with the global issues, from understanding its scopes and challenges to addressing conflicts, climate change, and biodiversity. Each unit highlights the need for responsible and sustainable practices. So altogether, they emphasize shaping a tourism industry that is resilient, ethical, and environmentally conscious. We are divided by varied doctrines and culture, but still, we're still able to be on top of any situation and create a healthy and organized tourism industry if we are united. That's all. Thank you.